What's up everybody, Venom here with a quick guide on Dave the Diver. Let's get right into it. Now, I have a guide that covers staff in Dave the Diver, but I don't go into detail about all of their stats or their details that you can see while hiring them and then that you train them to upgrade after you hire them. And I got a few questions as to what Appeal was, what Procure was, and I decided that I will go ahead and explain what all of the stats and attributes and details are for every single staff member that you will come in contact with in Dave the Diver. So exactly what am I talking about? Well, if you look here, you're going to see on every single one of your staff members' rap sheets or on their details menu a list of what they're good at and what they're not. You're going to see cooking, serving, procure, and appeal. Each of these stats are extremely important, especially when you're looking at where to place one of the new staff members that you have hired. We're going to start with cooking since it's the first on the list here, and it's a stat that should obviously be prioritized for many reasons, but the main reason is because, well, cooking is vital to Bancho Sushi. In order to make dishes for these customers that you are going to have have good cooks, and the more you level up these cooks, the more proficient they're going to be at cooking, and you want as much proficiency as possible to streamline the cooking process in Bancho Sushi. Plus, as you progress, you're going to get a lot more hungry customers coming in, and you want as many cooks in the kitchen as possible, as trained as possible, so that they can get those dishes out fast for your customers. Next up, we have serving, which, as you probably have noticed, Dave is not the best at. He's quite slow and takes forever to get the dish from one place to another. So serving is going to become extremely important as you progress and get more customers as well. You will notice that some of the staff members initially have a higher serving level than anything else, cooking, procure, appeal. Those are the ones that you are going to want to train up as your servers because they're already good at it as the baseline, so why not make it better and make them more efficient down the line to get those drinks out to the customers faster or to get the meals out to the customers faster. And when I say get the drinks out faster, I mean that some of the staff that have a higher serving skill to start will have the ability later on down the line to serve drinks to your customers. Take Kyoko, for example. Kyoko has the ability to serve tea and beer to the customers because that's one of her special skills. Every staff member comes with 2 special skills that will unlock as you level them up, and Kyoko's is to help me serve drinks because Dave is extremely slow. Not to mention that the more stuff you can get out faster, the happier your customers are going to be and the more they're going to tip. Rather than keeping them waiting for their drinks or waiting for their food, having extra hands on deck for serving is going to get you more tips by the end of the night. Now we're going to move on to easily the most confusing one yet, at least in my personal opinion, and that is procure. Procure is never actually explained at all in Dave the Diver. They don't give you any form of explanation as to what the procure stat means, but basically, if you have ever seen the dispatch option, which I have a video on dispatching your employees to go gather ingredients for you, it allows the employees to gather more ingredients in one trip than other employees with a lower procure stat. It is worth noting that the procure rating doesn't have a huge, significant boost in the amount of ingredients that these employees can gather for you. There is actually a skill that some employees have that is particularly for dispatching that will boost it even higher. So having a high procure stat doesn't mean they're gonna come back with 5, 6, 7 ingredients every run. It just gives them more of a chance, but the significant chance is not super high. It's just from me looking at all the different employees that I have, it doesn't seem to give a massive boost by having a very high procure level. It is just a slight boost, which honestly, any boost you can get in this game, you take. So, long story short, procure just means that they will be able to bring back more ingredients during a dispatch trip than other employees with a lower procure score. And finally, we have appeal. Appeal is also not explained and kind of confusing, at least for me. It's still confusing because I don't thoroughly understand how much of a boost it really gives you. But with that said, appeal is basically how much you get from tips from the customers with the staff that has the higher appeal score. And it also gives customers the idea to post more about your product on Cooksta. So they're going to want to take more pictures and say, wow, this food was delicious. It's basically like free clout. So the staff members that have appeal and more of it are more likely to get your customers to want to rant and rave on Cooksta about your sushi. And also, it just gives you more tips. So honestly, I'll take all the money I can get because I have been broke in Dave the Diver way too many times to count. And as if I can get tips, I want the tips. So with that said, that's going to do it for this guide. I hope it gives you an idea on how to utilize these stats to boost your profits inside of Bancho Sushi. So remember, cooking affects basically the cooking speed, and serving is just going to affect how fast customers get what they pay for. And Procure is going to get you better ingredients, more ingredients from dispatch trips. Appeal is going to increase your tip amounts at the end of the night and bring more good ratings from the Cooksta app to Bancho Sushi. And as always, if you like the video, then like the video. And if you like my content in general, then please subscribe to my channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye!